am 6 years old. I am 6 years old. Okay.
Sister.
Answer. Okay. That answer. Okay, mom. How you doing today?
Uh, Good to see you.
Okay, good to see you. Are you tired?
Yes.
Oh,
And
sorry.
well,
Okay, sorry. Okay. So let's start now. What's your name?
my name is Suri.
Answer. My name is Suri. Okay. So what's up?
Mm,
What's up?
em so.
So what?
Em all right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You're fine. Okay. So where are you from? Where are you from?
Em from Bình Phước.
Answer. I'm from Penfolk. That answer. Okay. So how do you spell your name? How do you spell your name?
Spell my name is Sury.
Sury. That answer. That answer. Okay.
Hello,
Hello, Miss Amy. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine. It's been long. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yes,
It's good to see you again. Okay? Good to see you again. Nice to meet you again.
nice to meet you.
Answer. Okay? That answer. Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Amy.
How do you spell your name?
Um, my name spell is
I can spell my name
Amy.
A-M-Y. I can spell my name A-M-Y. Okay, it shows you can spell your name. Hello, sir.
Uh, my name spell is
I
I
can spell. I can spell.
I spell.
I can
I
spell.
Ah,
spell.
I can. I, I can spell.
I can spell my name as A-M-Y.
I can spell. Uh, Amy.
I can spell my name as A-M-Y.
I can spell my name Amy.
Answer, okay? That answer, okay? That answer. So we're going to continue from here, okay? This is where we're going to continue today. Miss Amy,
How old are you? What is your age?
What is your age?
What is your age?
Answer.
I'm 15 years old.
I'm 15 years old.
I'm 15 years old.
Years old.
Years old.
Okay.
I'm 22 years old.
That answer. Okay. That answer. Missouri.
How old are you? What is your age? I'm 15 years old. I'm 22 years old.
That is awesome. Okay. That is fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. So now let's continue from the textbook. Miss Amy.
How old are you, John?
Missouri.
I am 18 years old.
Okay, now Missouri.
How old are you, John?
Miss
I am 18 years old.
Sorry. Missouri.
How old is your sister?
Okay, Missouri. I want you to pronounce these very well.
How old is your sister?
Answer. Okay.
She is 15. She is 15.
Answer. Okay. That answer. Missouri.
How old
So
is
okay.
how old is your sister?
She,
Sister. Sister.
Sister.
Answer. Miss Amy.
she is 15.
Miss Amy.
How old is your sister?
Missouri.
She is 15.
That awesome. Okay. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So now let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Miss Amy.
How old is he? How old is she?
How old is he or she?
How old is he or she?
How old is he
How
or
old is he or she?
answer? Okay, let's go, Miss Amy.
How old are they?
Answer, Miss Amy.
How old is your sister?
Sister.
Sister. How old
Sister.
is your sister?
Answer. Okay, that answer. The next
How
one.
are your parents?
How old are your parents? Parents.
How old are your parents?
Answer. The next one.
How old were you when you started your business?
How old were you
Were you
when you started your business?
How old were you when you started your business?
Also, Miss Annie, okay, that answer. Miss Annie, that answer. Missouri. Let's go.
How old he is or she?
How old is he or she?
How old is he or she?
Is he or
Is
she?
he or she?
Okay, I want you to always pronounce E.
Is
E.
is
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's go again. Let's go.
how old is he or she? How old are they? How old is your sister? How old are your parents?
Parent.
How old were you when you started your business?
Business.
Business.
Okay, this is parents.
Parents.
Awesome. Parents.
Parents.
Awesome. Okay, Miss Amy, let's go.
He is 30-year old. She is 30-year old.
Years old. I told you about this.
Old.
Yes.
Yes, old.
Awesome.
They are 19 years old. My sister is 10 years old. My father is 50 and my mother is 45. I started my business at 17.
Okay, let's go. Miss Suri.
His or she is 13 years old. They are 19 years old. My sister is 10 years old. My father is 15 and my mother is 45. I started my business at 17.
Awesome. Okay, that awesome is Suri. That awesome. Okay, now this is Miss Amy. This Miss Suri.
How old is she?
Okay, Miss Amy. Let's go, Miss Amy. Ask
Oh,
Miss
how
Amy.
old is she?
How old is he or she?
Ah, how old is he or she?
Answer. Miss Suri.
He or she is 13 years old.
How
Answer.
old are
They are 19 years old.
How old is your sister?
My sister is 10 years old.
How old are your parents?
My father is 15 and my father is 15 and my mother is 45.
How old were you when you started your business?
I started my business at 17.
Awesome. Okay. Now, Miss Suri.
How old is he or she?
She or he or she is 30 years old.
How old are they?
They are 19 years old.
How old is your sister?
My sister is 10 years old.
How old are your parents?
My father is 50 and my mother is 45.
Miss Suri, this again.
How old are your parents?
My father is 50 and my mother is 45.
How old were you when you started your business?
I started my business at 17.
Okay, now that's her. That's her. Miss Suri started.
Started.
Start,
Started.
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 I started.
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 Also, started.
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 Also, simple. Okay, that's her. That's her. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. Miss Suri.
Where are you?
Where are you from?
Also, Miss Amy.
Where are you from?
No, from, not from. From. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Answer. Again.
Where are you from?
Oh,
Where are you from?
answer. Miss Amy. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Okay, Miss Suri.
Where are you from?
Answer. Okay, that answer. So let's go. Miss Amy.
I'm from Bình Phước.
Answer. I'm from Bangkok. I'm from Vietnam. I'm from South Africa. Okay, Miss Amy. Miss Amy. Miss Amy.
I'm from Hà Nội.
Answer. Miss Amy.
Where do you come from? Do come from hả? Where do you come from?
Okay. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong.
Iran là đến từ âm thanh.
Okay, Miss Amy.
Where do you come from? I come from, I come from Việt Nam. I come from Hà Nội.
So, okay, Miss Suri, let's go.
Where do you
Where
come
are you from? I'm from Bình Phước. I'm from Hà Nội. Where do you come from? I come from Bình Phước. I come from Hà Nội.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, Miss Amy.
Yes. Where you from? Hạnh. Where are you from? Suri. Ủa sao Amy hả?
Suri. Miss Suri.
Hỏi trả lời.
Kêu chị hỏi á.
Okay, okay. Let's go. Miss
Where
Amy.
are you from, Amy?
I'm from Bình Phước. À,
It's
where you
beautiful.
yes, it's so beautiful.
Okay, now let's go.
Where are you from Suri?
Em from Đồng Xoài.
Miss Amy.
Where are you from Suri?
Em from Đồng Xoài.
It is beautiful. It
It,
is
it
it is beautiful.
Again.
It is beautiful.
Is it.
À,
it,
it is beautiful. It is.
yes, it's so beautiful.
Okay. Again.
Where are you from Suri?
Em from Bình Phước.
It is beautiful.
Is it
It
cái âm T đằng sau á chị.
it
Is it. One
it
by
is beautiful.
again.
It is beautiful.
Again.
It is beautiful. It
Is.
is it
Is.
it
Okay. Is.
it
Is.
is
It.
it it is beautiful. Is it beautiful? It
Yes,
is beautiful.
yes, it's so beautiful.
Okay, now let's go. Miss Amy.
What is your town famous for?
Miss Amy.
It is a city or
Culture, culture, country.
it is hả? Đọc sao?
Okay. Miss Amy.
It
E.
is it
It
a
it
city.
Is.
it
Is.
it thầy có chịu đâu.
Is. Okay.
Is
Is.
it
It is it is
cái chữ
No,
y là
no.
có chữ
Okay.
s đằng sau, còn chữ it là có chữ t đằng sau. It
Wait. One.
it
One. One. Is.
is it
Slow. Okay. Slow. Is. It.
is it
is it a city or a country? Is it a city or a country?
Answer. Okay. This.
Is it a city or a country?
Okay, let's go.
What is the famous light in your town?
What is the famous place?
Is what is the famous light in your town?
place
Place.
Lights, lights,
place
Place.
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 Answer. Answer.
What is the famous place in your town?
Place.
Place. Place.
Place.
Place.
Place. Answer. Answer. Okay. What is the most famous
Is
place in your
place.
town?
What is the famous place in your town?
Okay.
How often do you come back home?
Answer. Okay. Now let's go, Miss Suri.
What's your child famous for? Is it a city or a country? Is it a city or a country? What is the famous place in your town? Is how often do you come back home?
Bao lâu thì bạn quay lại nhà ha?
Answer. Okay. Not answer.
Ừ.
Okay. Now, Miss Anthony.
See the famous place in your town.
Okay. So let's go, Miss Amy.
What is your town famous for?
What's
What
what's
What is
what's
your town? What is your town famous for? Is a city or a country? What is the famous place in your town? How often do you come back home?
okay, Miss Suri?
What's your town famous for?
What? What?
Is it a city for a country or a country? What is the famous place?
Famous. Famous.
Famous place in your town? How often do you come back home?
Answer. Okay, not answer. Miss Amy.
My town is famous for banana candy.
Candies.
Candies is a country. Hương Pagoda is the famous place in my town. I come back twice a month.
Twice a month.
Twice a month.
Twice. Twice.
Twice a month. Twice a month.
Answer. Okay, Miss Suri.
My town is famous for banana candies.
Candies.
It's a country. Hương Pagoda is the famous place in my town. I come back twice a month.
Awesome. Okay. So let's go. Miss Suri, please. Miss Amy, please.
What's your child famous for?
My child is famous for banana candies.
Is it a city or a country?
It's a country.
What is the famous place in your town?
Hương Pagoda is the famous place in my town.
How often do you come back home?
I come back twice a month.
Awesome. Okay. So Miss Amy,
What your child famous for?
My town is famous for banana candies.
Is a city or a country?
It's a country.
What is the famous place in my town? In your town?
Hương Pagoda is the famous place in my town.
How often do you come back home?
I come back twice a month.
that's awesome. Okay. That's fantastic. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. Okay. The next one, Miss Amy.
Where do you lie?
Miss Suri,
Where do you live?
where do you live?
Where do
Live.
you live?
Awesome. Where do
Where
you live?
Where do you live?
Awesome. I live in South Africa. I live in Konam. So, where do you live? Missouri?
I live in Bình Phước.
Miss Amy?
I live in Hanoi.
Also, I live in Hanoi. I live in South Africa. Okay. So, Miss Amy?
Where you live in now?
Again,
Living.
Miss Amy?
Where are you living now?
Also, where are? She said, where you? No, where are you living now? Where are you living now?
Where are you living now?
Answer. Okay, Missouri.
Where are you living now?
Answer. Okay, Miss Amy.
I'm living at uh,
Mm, live. I
I,
live.
I'm live at hmm? Where are you? I'm live at I I live
Answer.
I live at I I live at
20. 24.
I live at 24
Awesome.
So,
I
thì
live. I live
at I live at 24 Bình Phước Street.
Answer. Missouri.
I live at 24 Bình
Yes.
Phước Street.
Answer. That awesome. That awesome. Answer. Okay, Miss Amy.
Hey, Jim, where are you? Where you from?
From. Where
From.
you from?
Where
From.
are you from? From.
Where are you from?
Answer. I, Suri. Where are you from?
Where you from? From.
Hi, Amy. Where are you from?
From. Hi, John. Where are you from?
Okay.
I'm from London. Where you living now?
Where are you living now?
I'm
And
living
living
on
on
street.
Hàng Bông.
Answer. Answer. Okay. So now let's go, Miss Amy.
Hi, Jim. Where are you from?
From.
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 Okay, Missouri.
Em from London.
From. From.
Miss Amy.
Where are you living now?
Missouri.
Em living on Hàng Bông Street.
Answer. Miss Amy. Missouri. Sorry, Missouri.
Hi, Jim. Where are you from?
I'm
Miss Amy.
from London.
Where are you living now?
I'm living on Hàng Bông Street.
Answer. Answer. Okay, this is all the name of the places. We have the America, Washington. We have the Australia, the Canberra. We have the Brazil, Brazil. We have the Canada, Ottawa. We have the China, then we have the Cambodia. So this is also the name of places. Okay, so Miss Amy,
Thủ đô của nước là gì hả?
Amy,
Ý là hỏi chị đọc
À,
what's it?
what is
what is capital of your country? What is capital of your country?
capital? What is capital of your country?
Answer. Miss Amy,
How far is it from here?
Miss Amy,
Do you live in house or an apartment?
do you live
Apartment.
in a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
Do you live in a house or apartment?
Apartment.
Apartment.
Apartment. Apartment.
Anh đấy chị.
Apart.
Apartment.
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 Answer. Apartment.
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 Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Or an apartment.
Or an apartment? Or an apartment?
Or an apartment.
Or an apartment? Or an apartment?
Okay, listen. Ah. Ah. Part. Part.
Apartment.
Answer. Apartment.
Ap-
Apartment.
ap- ap-
Apartment.
Apartment. Apartment.
Finish.
Mình.
Apartment.
Apartment.
Ment. 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 Ment.
And.
Apartment.
Apartment.
Answer. Apartment.
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 Answer.
Apartment.
Apartment.
Answer. Answer. Okay. So let's go. Miss Suri.
What is capital of your country?
Supposed to be what
How
is the capital of your country? It's a mistake here. Okay.
what what is the capital of your country?
Capital.
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 What is the capital of your country?
What is the capital of your country?
Answer. Okay. Answer.
How far is it from here? Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
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 Answer.
Apartment.
Okay.
Apartment.
Apartment.
Answer.
What do you live in a house or an apartment?
Answer. The last one.
Which floor are you living on?
Again.
Which floor are you living on?
Miss Amy. Miss Amy.
Which floor are you living on?
Which floor? Floor.
Which
Which floor?
which floor are you living on?
Which floor? Floor.
Floor. Floor.
Not floor. Okay. Which floor? Floor. Floor.
Floor.
Floor.
Floor.
Which floors. Khó
Floor.
đọc một từ.
Which
Floor.
floor?
Which floor? Which floor? Which floor?
Which floor? Chị tắt mic rồi.
Which floors.
Which floor? No,
Ừ,
no, no, no. Okay.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. It's fine. Okay. Which floor?
Floors.
Floor.
Answer. Answer. Which floor?
Which
Chưa hiểu từ
floor?
đó gì luôn á. Ý là lò hay lóp hay là
Answer. Yes. Yes.
Không, không phải
Answer.
lót đâu chị. Floor.
Floor.
Cái chữ R ở chị giống như là floor. Không biết có đúng không nữa. Floor.
floor.
Answer. Which floor?
Which
floor?
floor.
Answer.
Không biết cái nào đúng luôn á.
Answer.
Which
Okay.
floor.
Answer. Which floor? Which
Which
floor?
floors.
Which
Which floor.
Có chữ
answer?
F đằng trước vậy chị. Đọc là floor. Floor.
Answer. Okay.
Floor.
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 Em chịu luôn á thầy à.
Which
Floor.
floor?
Floor.
Okay. I want you to say
Which floor.
answer. Answer. Answer, okay?
Floor. With
Answer.
floor.
No. Okay, listen. First.
With floor.
No, not floor.
Loss.
Floor. Okay,
Loss.
Lord.
Loss.
okay. I want you
Loss.
to do like this. Wait, like this.
With flaws.
Now wait, leave which floor, okay? Now listen, my mouth.
Flaws.
Answer, floor.
Flaws. Chị đọc đi chị.
Answer,
Đọc không được. Chị đọc trước đi chị chỉ em.
Floor.
answer.
Floor. Có
Okay,
nghĩa là
answer means
có cái chữ S đằng trước. Cái mình đọc là phờ, nhưng mà mình không đọc là phờ mà mình floor.
Flaws.
Không có S đằng sau. Floor.
Flaw.
floor. Floor.
Floor.
Floor.
Flaws.
Okay.
Flaw.
Answer, yes. Yes,
Oh.
answer, floor.
Flaw.
Answer. That's
Flaw.
it. Finish. Answer, okay.
Trời ơi.
Answer. Answer, okay. You got it. Floor. You got
With
it.
flaw.
Answer. Okay, now let's go, Miss Suri.
What is capital of your country? What is the capital of your country?
Capital.
How far is it from here?
From here.
Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Address. Address.
Which floor are you living on?
Answer. Miss Amy.
What is capital of
The
your
capital chị. Thiếu chữ đơ.
This. What is the capital of your country? Yeah, we know how to do.
What is the capital of your country? How far is from here? Do you live in a house or an apartment? Which floor? Which floor? Which floor are you living on? Which floors are you living on? À không phải không?
Which có cái chữ chơ đằng sau ấy chị. Chữ chơ mình đọc là which.
Which floor? Which floors? Trời đọc từ đó xong cái muốn lẹo.
No, you try. No, okay.
Which floors? Which floors? Không được luôn. Chị đọc đi chị.
Which floor are you living on?
Which floor are you living on? Floor.
Answer, okay? Okay, Miss Amy, again.
What is the capital of your country?
Please.
Which floor are you living on?
Simple. Yes. Yes. Answer, okay? That answer. Okay, Miss Amy.
Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. It is about
About.
50
It is about 50 kilometers from here.
is about
50
50 kilometers from here. I live in an apartment.
Apartment.
Apartment. I living on the 30.
I'm leaving.
I'm living on the 13th floor. Floor.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Miss Suri.
I'm living.
Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. It is about 50 kilometers from here. I live in an apartment.
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 C. Apartment. Mate.
Apartment.
I'm living on apartment.
I live in an apartment. I'm living on the 13th floor.
Again.
I'm living on the 13th floor.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Miss Amy.
Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. It is about 50 kilometers from here. I live in an apartment. I am living on the 13th floor. I am living on the 13th floor.
I'm living on.
I am living on the 13th floor.
That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Miss Amy.
What is the capital of your country?
Missouri.
Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam.
Okay.
How
Miss
far
Amy.
is from here?
It is about 50 kilometers from here.
Okay.
Do
Miss Amy.
you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment.
Which floor are you living on?
I'm living on the 13th floor.
That's awesome. Okay. So goodbye, Miss Amy. Goodbye, Miss Suri.
Goodbye, Mick.
Goodbye,
Nice to
Peter.
see
Good
Nice to
night.
see you. Goodbye. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Goodbye. See you again.
See you again. See you again.
Oh, see you next week.